ती चावी मिळाली पण वायर लहान आहे बोलते सॉकेट सर तुम्हाला तुमची पहिली ऑर्डर हो येस 17 पण झाली ना होते मी ठिकाणामध्ये प्रेझेंटेशन तारीख आहे वाटते ऑर्डर पण मी तुम्हाला पाठवून लेक्चरमध्ये 12 पर्यंत अच्छा तुमच्याकडे घेऊन आहे का I think it will be tough to see on board, na? Can you see this? Okay. Now it is like this.
Abri aku lupa. Dah kabar.
Those who are online, we are just trying to display it on LCD. Please excuse us. It is taking time. I don't know what is happening. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? No, I'm not able to. This is good, but yeah. Should I start from here? Why I was not able to brand on screen. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. But I think I have to sit here, otherwise I will not be. Good morning. Can you hear me, online people?
Yes, sir.
Am I audible? Can you hear? Oh, nobody's speaking.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Okay, so we were discussing about the drivers of supply chain, and we have seen that if you want the supply chain to be effective, then we need to think on the drivers, and we have to design these drivers in such a way that the supply chain will be either efficient, or the supply chain will be responsive. So we have also seen that now these are all conflicting domains. If you want to increase the responsiveness of the supply chains, then it affects on the efficiency of the supply chain, and it is vice versa. So the thing is that now we have to decide that now how to manage the conflict between the responsiveness and efficiency of the supply chain, and these are the drivers which will be helping you to decide the efficiency or responsiveness of the supply chain. Now we have discussed now the one parameter of that. I think facilities we have discussed, and then inventory also we have discussed, and we are discussing about the transportation. As far as this is actually the main component of the supply chain. It starts from how do you transport the materials from your suppliers to the industries, during the industry transportation, and up to the customers. If you want to increase the responsiveness or manage the responsiveness of the supply chain, then you have to give the short delivery, then lead time should be short, then material should reach to the customer in short time. It should reach in the safe condition, and the most important thing is that now it should be at the right place at the right time. So these are what the expectations now whenever the responsiveness part of the transportation is concerned. When we talk about efficiency, then all the time now it will, as we have discussed, that it will be affecting on the cost, and efficiency means now we will be increasing the output as compared to input, as it is a ratio. We will see that now our input will be reduced. Now many times to increase the efficiency, the managers has to reduce the inputs. We know that now the output many times now cannot be increased because there are lot many restrictions. In order to increase the output means you will increase the profits by increasing the cost, now which will be adversely affecting on the overall business. So that is not the way. If you want to increase the output, you can increase the production by same input means same material, but that also many times it is optimized, and then you have to redesign and do lot many things. But that also is a difficult part as far as practical aspects of increasing output is concerned. The another way is that now you can increase the value of the product. So that is also output which we measure. Means you can make it more attractive. You can give earlier deliveries, and then this output can be increased. But whenever you go for increasing the output, your input also increases, and that is the role of managers to control these inputs. Input means that may be time, that may be money, that may be the materials which you are using, that may be the manpowers which you are using, and so that should be constrained, which will help to increase the efficiency. And if you see over the time, whenever now the optimization is done every day in the industry, and then there is very limited scope now as you proceed ahead, or day by day your chances of increasing your sorry output reduces, and then you have to focus on the reduction of the input so that your efficiency can be increased. And after some time then it becomes very complicated because everything is optimized. आपने पहले ही किया है, तो what we will be doing that. And so sustaining of that supply chain will be important for the managers. Now, after this part is concerned, the transportation now they has large impact on both responsiveness and efficiency, as we have discussed now this example. What type of transportations now you use, that again increases now whether, as we have considered now in case of apparel industry, we have two types of customers. Now some needs now only responsiveness, some needs now only efficiency of this product. And so if you see many of the apparel industries, if you go to European countries, they have two markets now, as we have two suppliers, as we have already discussed, that now for the goods now which customers wants efficiency, you can go to the countries where efficient productions can be done. And so that is the reason why Asian countries are dominated for the production. If you go to the electronics goods or apparel industries or some chemicals, many parts are produced. And so we see that since last few years now, if you go to China, if you go to even India, if you go to Bangladesh, or even if you go to the countries like Malaysia, you will see that now many products are manufactured there, but these are mostly products which require more efficiencies than the responsiveness. The products now there are mixed policies. Now if you want even transportation, the transportation also there are multiple ways of transportation. You can have a special delivery ways now for the products, and you can use the common platform for transportation. Like you can use ships, you can use airplanes now for transportation, or this becomes complicated now when there is multiple routes for transportation, and you have to combine that. So you have to see that now how this match between the responsiveness and efficiency can be done using transportation. Like in transit merge. In transit merge is one of the ways now for reducing your cost or increasing your efficiency. Like this is an example देखा कि you can merge different trucks from different receivers. You can get it together, and at one place now you can exchange the materials into different. This can be done for ships also. This can be done in airplanes also. But this becomes complicated now whenever there are large number of products and large number of varieties is existing, then it becomes complicated, or many times it helps also for getting the efficiencies of these supply chains. So this is what now is another important aspect now, as far as now the transportation is concerned. Now this is the role of transportation in the competitive strategy. The role of transportation in company's competitive strategy figures prominently in the company's consideration of the target customer needs. So that is what we are saying, that now whether the requirement is on the responsiveness side, or it is on the efficiency side. If your customer is ready to wait for the time, and if he's thinking for the cost aspects, then you can definitely go for the efficient supply chains. And so if you see some of the supply chains like Amazon, even there are different ways. So if you want the efficient ways, then you have to wait for 2 or 3 days for delivery. If you want responsiveness, now you can get the earlier delivery now at some cost. So this is mix more of managing your supply chains now for responsiveness as well as efficiency. So whenever we will be designing our supply chains, then these points now will become important. And to see the availability of transportation modes or mixed modes or possibilities, or if you want to go for the transit merging, then what are the available modes, or who are the customers now with whom you can have tie-ups. So that will be obtained now from the uh, information. So that is again one more part which we are considering for increasing your efficiencies or supply chain. So these are the components now for transportation decisions or designing transportation. In fact, what we have seen in advance is, whenever we are talking about supply chain, is now this all in totality. Means after all it comes to the cost. Now whenever now we are talking about running the businesses, now every all bosses now they will be only looking for the profits and cost and efficiency. Responsiveness is a part, but for managers now, efficiency is important, because responsiveness now are predefined by the businesses, or you decide that now how much responsiveness now we will give. If suppose now you are in pizza delivery, you will decide that now whether pizza will be delivered now at the customer. Individual pizza will go, or you will wait for the multiple orders on the same good, and you will do that. So once this responsiveness is decided, then the everyday the work is to reduce costs, to increase your profit margins, to increase your businesses. And so for that now you have to design your transportation decisions. So design transportation network. The transportation network is the collection of transportation modes, locations, and the routes along with the products now which are to be shipped. So this is not only the transportation modes, but locations. Now you see example that you are having some plants now in northern India, some southern India, and your market is all over the India. So if suppose now you have plants at two locations, and then you are transporting the materials to different locations. So it may not be necessary that the manufacturing plant or location is at the optimum location. So we have some modules on which decides what is the optimum location, so that your transportation money cost will be minimum. Many times it happens that now your markets now go on changing. The requirement of the customers from particular segment of the geographical location now will vary. So the location, optimum location, or the number of plants which you are using for manufacturing, that may not be optimum throughout the time. So over the time, if you take review, then you might find that your transportation uh, methodology, or your network for transportation may not be efficient. And so in that case, you may need to change your locations for transportation, or at least for distribution. You can change that. And instead of having your depots now. Suppose now most of the depots now here are in Kalyan and that Bhiwandi location. So if you see that now many times we
Dettol.
need to send the
फिर से
material
एक
on
बार
the
Dettol
Pune
but
side
two.
or Konkan side. Now
I'm
you can
not
go
over yet.
somewhere in Panvel, and so that can be shifted now, which will optimize your
Dettol
cost now
झुकेगा
for
नहीं.
transportation. So this is the part now which we have to
अरे
consider
काल
now
नावागेलो
whenever
એટલે
we
મેં
design the
બહાર
transportation cost. So these are
लिमिट
some of
છે
the
કે
components of transportation decision, or these are the modes of transportation decision. The modes of transportation is a manner in which the product is moved. As we know that now it can be through air mode, or it can be shipped, or it can be in transit, or it can be through railways, or whatever now the modes we can use. But we have to see that we will be optimizing the resources
ના
in
રે
order to
અહીંયા મેં
receive
નથી
the expected efficiencies of the supply chain. Then these are some of the metrics now, how we will be seeing that now whether our transportation modes are optimum. One is that now the average inbound transportation cost. So we will be measuring what is the transportation cost now the per atom or per unit lot. So this is typically measures the cost of bringing products now into a facility as a percentage of sales or cost of the goods sold. Now you see whenever now you have MRP, then it has some compositions. Like MRP is cost now which you will be receiving from your customers. Then you will be deducting your taxes now which you have to pay. Then you have to subtract now your profit margins, whatever is expected. Then your manufacturing cost, and then there will be component of transportation cost. So you know the transportation cost for each atom, and you know what is the MRP. So you find out the percentage of transportation cost for the product. So that is one major knowledge which will help us to identify how efficient is our transportation mode for that particular product. Then we will be calculating average incoming shipment sizes. What is the shipment size? Now it depends upon the lot sizes now which you have ordered. Because if you want efficient lot sizes, then obviously the slot sizes should be bigger. So, but whenever now your lot sizes will be bigger, at the same time your inventory will increase. But your responsiveness now also will be good whenever now we have good lot sizes. But when we talk about lot, then it also can affect that now you will be purchasing in lots, and because of that, some of the customers now may get the deliveries late because you were waiting for the consignment to come to your uh, destinations, and then it may affect on that. So average incoming shipment size is another uh, measure which measures the transportation efficiency. Then average inbound transportation cost for the per shipment, average outbound transportation cost. Now this measures the cost of sending product out, and this is inbound is the cost now which is used for the incoming materials. Then there is average now the outbound shipment size, how much you are getting at one time. Then there is average outbound transportation of the cost per shipment for the materials which you are sending outside. Then there is a fraction transported by the modes. It measures the fraction of transport now using each mode of transport. The another terminology which is used in supply chains is called a full truckloads. Means whether you are using full capacity of transportation. Now again it depends. Suppose that now the inventory is now you use the EOQ model. You find out economic order quantities to be ordered, but that will not match with your shipment consignment capacities, isn't it? And so it is not necessary that now you will be only going for the EOQ, or you have to follow these inventory levels also. So this is flexible. You need to change the order quantities depending upon what is your transportation capacity, or if you want to use the integration of different transportation modes, then accordingly you have to change the capacities. And so it will indicate that what is the fraction of mode used, or you will see that now there is optimum utilization. And again it goes to the cost now, whether the cost of transportation will be affecting more, or whether the cost of keeping inventories now they will cost more, and accordingly we will take the decision that what should be done. So these are the impacts of transportation modes as far as the responsiveness and efficiency of the supply chain is concerned. Now, another important domain of the supply chain is the information. As we have seen that if suppose you have to use in transit merge, this is for transportation or facilities. You have to go for the make or buy decision in which now you have decided that now you will be buying material instead of manufacturing it. But this needs information. You should know that if you are going for a buy decision, then where from you will buy, what will be the cost, what will be their capacities, and what will be their capacities to provide the materials on emergency orders. So this is required. If you are talking about the in transit merge, then you want to merge this, then you should know that now who are others customers now who will be willing to share the transportation modes with you. So this requires information. So this is very important mode of supply chain. Information, if it is inefficient, if the information is not complete information you are having, or if you are having wrong information, then definitely it will be affecting badly on the performances of supply chain. Now, this is the role of information. This is an important driver now that companies now we have used to become both more efficient and responsive. Like all the other drivers now, they however even the information companies now they reach a point now when they must now they make the trade-off between the efficiency and responsiveness. So these are the components of information decision, like push or pull decisions. Okay. Any doubts till now? Okay. Now we have seen that now this is again push-pull systems now is another aspects of supply chain management. Now जिसमें हमने देखा था कि what will be the processes which will be in a pull system or pull type, and how many will be in the push type. Mostly it starts from the customer, that pulling starts from customer. So we'll see that now if it is a pull system, then it will be affecting on the efficiencies of the supply chain, because we will be going for the just in time manufacturing, we will be going for the list inventories, we will be going for the flexible manufacturing system, we will be going for the group technology. Now whenever now these full type of systems are required, full types of systems now they will make your systems efficient. But at the same time, now you should have a big network now if you are going for the full system. Like in full systems now you will start manufacturing the product now whenever you are getting orders. Like as in case of Dell case now we have seen that now they were having full system and then they have to shift to push system. Full system was that now the customer was coming to their store, they were giving their configurations, and Dell was just manufacturing and giving the orders within half an hour. This was exactly 100% pull system. But later on they have to go to Walmart and sell their products through Walmart. So they have shifted from 100% pull system to partial pull systems, or some push systems were included in that. So it is not always possible to go for full system, even if it hypothetically says that now this is the best way of managing your supply chains. Yeah, I'm saying hypothetically because practically it is not possible. Even if you see our manufacturing systems now in India also, if you say that now the customer will want and then will start manufacturing. Now also if you go to the automobile sectors and if you are saying that there is a slack in the automobile industry, see now there is still waiting of about 8 to 9 months for some of the models of the cars. Then how are you expecting that now the customer will pull that? In pulling, yeah, if the customer is ready for waiting, then exactly this also pull system. We can see that now the customer is coming, he is saying that now I want this car, and then you are starting manufacturing. But that is not the 100% concept of pull, but partially they are going for pulling system. But every time that will not be possible in every segments. Now this will not be possible. So you will need the informations now for the push systems or pull systems. Now push systems generally require information in the form of elaborate material requirements planning, MRP, then MPS, master production schedules. So this is in the push system. In push system, we have seen that you have some master production schedules. You have, yes. Sorry. No, see, push is what now you will be manufacturing the products and you will be pushing into the market. So it is based on the anticipation of the customer demand. So you will anticipate that now the इतना मुझे demand आएगा and then you will manufacture and then you will push that. जैसे कि आप ट्रेन में जाते हो वो आदमी आता है और वो बोलता है ये ₹2 का पेन है ₹2 का पेन है ₹2. So he is pushing. So that was not customer requirement. But he thought that now ये पेन ₹2 में बेचूंगा तो इसका मुझे सेल बहुत होगा. So he is selling through the pushing system. So in that case now there is big risk of inventory. आपके पास you should have inventory. Now what is pull? In case of pull, now the customer will keep the demand that मुझे इस type का product चाहिए and then you will start manufacturing. हमने इसमें देखा था कि all hotel industries are pull type, so they will come and they will order and then they will start preparation. So whenever you are having pull system, then in pull systems में you don't have any finished product inventory. मतलब होटल में कोई डिश रेडी नहीं है, so there is no inventory. Yes, there is inventory of raw material now which is based on the again anticipation of the expected customers. So pull system will definitely give you advantage because इसमें कुछ inventory नहीं है, you don't need godowns, you don't need much marketing and all these things. So this is not required. So pull system will be always going to be giving you advantage. Pull system will reduce your inventories and the saving in inventories now will be huge. Because if you see in many cases now we have seen the inventory goes up to 70%. अब आप आज ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री में जाएंगे और इफ यू गो टू द FMCG products, you count now what is the finished product available inventory now lying in the stores. आप मेडिकल का एग्जांपल ले लो, how many medical stores will be यहाँ पे मुंबई में कितने होंगे and how much stock will be available with them. So that is all inventory. But they cannot go for full type of systems. आप उधर जाएंगे और वो बोलेगा कि हाँ आपके ऑर्डर दे दो, then we will give the this medicines within 2 days, वो नहीं चलेगा. FMCG में आप जाएंगे आपको टूथपेस्ट चाहिए, if he says that you give order and I will deliver it in the evening, that will not be accepted. And so जितने भी सारे FMCG के stores हैं, they all are keeping lot of inventory, and the investment of funds in inventory is very high. So that can be minimized now if we are going for the pull system. But for pull system, you need the requirement of the customers, or even if suppose in pull system we are saying that it is the customer who comes and can give any order, but any का भी कोई तो आपके पास you should have some figures in your mind. मतलब आप होटल भी चलाते हो तो आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि मेरा नॉर्मल मेरा चाय का कितना कस्टमर आएगा, और for different dishes now how much customer now will come, so that you should have. But in pull systems now there are no wastages now because of the inventory, and all the problems of inventory will be avoided. So pull systems are beneficial, but they are not practical in most of the businesses, because it again affects on the responsiveness. पुल सिस्टम आपके लिए अच्छा है, बट पुल सिस्टम आपको कस्टमर को वेट करने को बोल रहे हैं, so that is not accepted for the customers, which is affecting on the responsiveness of the supply chains, and so this may not be possible. So pull systems now they require information on actual demand to be transmitted now the extremely quickly throughout the entire chain of that production and distribution of the products. Now they may reflect the real demand accurately. So in pull system you should even don't know about the exact demands, then also some prerequisites now are required for that. Whatever it is, manufacturing system, then your transportation system, that is required now whenever we are thinking about the pull system. These are some of the components of information decisions. Then coordination and information sharing. So how much sharing is available? Now see, this information also needs cost. Now, you cannot get this at free cost. Now as we are doing. If for businesses now we need to use information, that is a business now. If you see the all these big giants now who are running their businesses, you go to Amazon or if you go to Google, what is their business? So they are selling the information. So that is the major business. And that is the information or which is accurate information through which you can trust, and you can make your supply chains efficient or responsive. So this is coordination of and information sharing is important as far as information domain is concerned. Then the forecasting and aggregate planning, we have seen that actually this forecasting is required whenever you have push systems. But in case of pull systems also, you cannot just blindly go and say that now whenever customer aayega, I'm taking it. So you should also have forecast now for the pull systems. So these are the components now which are required. Then enabling technologies now you can used for the information decision. Some of these now the technologies includes now the EDI, which is electronic data interchange, which allows now the companies to place instantaneous, paperless purchase orders with suppliers, now which is usually done through the ERPs. Then you need the internet, you need the ERP, you need the SCM softwares, you need the RFIDs, which will help to identify the locations of the materials now which are available. Then these are some of the metrics now which will give us now the information about the how strong is information, how efficiently it will help us to increase our efficiencies or the responsiveness. If this is first one is a forecast horizon.
दरवाजा खाली बंद करो.
Now this indicates that now the horizon means only how early you will be getting the
Bathroom में
information
दरवाजा बंद करो.
in your hand. The forecast, as we have seen that now it is again gives you some numbers, some figures, or some expected things. As we have also seen that now the forecasts are not right all the time. So they are it depends upon how rightly you have forecasted. This is always said that now the forecasts are always wrong. There is error because there are so many things now which are actually affecting on the things now which actually will happen in the future. There are many uncertainties, and prediction about these uncertainties is beyond the scope of even statistics. So there will be always error. Another thing is that now whatever forecasts now they are done, this is based on the information which is available. So if the information is not accurate, obviously now your results will not be accurate. If the information is not for the long time, then again your forecast now will not be accurate. And so forecast horizon is important, which identifies how far in advance of the actual event of forecast is made. Again, it depends. Means if you are using the old forecast, then obviously now they will not work for the new case. So this is important. Then again, frequency of updates, how frequently you are updating your forecast. Then forecast now the errors, as we have discussed that now it measures the difference between the forecast and the actual demand. So this is again indicates that what will be the effect of this forecast on your responsiveness, because forecast now they will give us some input for deciding everything. If it is wrong, then everything will go wrong, and then obviously now it affects on the deliveries, it affects on the availability of the product, it will affect on the cost,
अबे वो
it
नहीं.
will affect on the production cost, and if it is wrong, then definitely it will affect on the responsiveness of the supply chains and also on the efficiency. Then information required is the seasonal factors, like demands are not linear. The demands are variable, and so there are factors on the like seasonal factors. You'll see that in some specific products, if you are going to the ice cream products or cold drink products, then obviously you will see the more sales now in summer or some festival season. So that seasonal parameters now they should be properly identified, and then that information now they will be important. Then variance now the from plan means how much is the variation from the plan, so that we should identify now the based on that. So for that now we can have a forecast now for 1 year, and then you can see the actual demands in the earlier year, and you can find out now how much was the error. That error also can be anticipated in next forecast. So even if now the suppose now there are some techniques like if you are using for forecasting, then this error also can be anticipated, and you can see that now there is plus 2% error which has happened last year. So you can add that error in the next forecast. मतलब अगले साल का जो आपने forecast किया उसमें भी suppose आपने if you have observed last time that there was -2% error, मतलब 2% से कम था demand and demand ज़्यादा आ गया, तो you can increase that into production, and so that for that now this information now will be required. So another important aspect now for supply chains is the sourcing. So what is sourcing is the set of business processes now they required to purchase the goods and services. Where from you will be purchasing. So this is related to the suppliers, and for taking the decisions of make or buy. In make or buy now, the how many suppliers now you'll be having multiple suppliers. For each now the outsource now the task now the whether to source now the from a single suppliers or portfolio of suppliers. Now this also I think we have discussed earlier. So usually companies now they go for multiple suppliers. Now they don't go for now the single suppliers, because we have seen that now there is uncertainty in demand, there is uncertainty in manufacturing, as it is uncertainty at your end, now the uncertainty is also at the supply chain. And so in order to avoid the probable problems because of not availability of the materials, now we have to trust on the multiple suppliers. Again, we have seen that now there are some many cases now where we have uncertain demands. Now the demand will surge or demand will reduce, and in that case also you should have flexible suppliers, so that now your losses or your responsiveness is not affected because of only one type of suppliers. Then supply so sourcing. The next step now is to identify the set of criteria that will be used to select the suppliers and measure their performance. Once supplier and contracts now they are in place, then the procurement processes that facilitate the placement and delivery of orders now they play a major role. Okay, now this we have discussed now the earlier. Now this is the sourcing decisions are crucial now because now they affect the level of efficiency and responsiveness. Now yes, now if you are not having multiple suppliers, then definitely it will be affecting on the responsiveness. But multiple suppliers, then it affects on the efficiency, isn't it? Now if you are having only suppose one supplier, you'll be giving the major order to that. वो supplier बोलेगा ना कि sir, I'll be giving that cost मुझे इतना order दे दो. But you will not be giving that order. You will be dividing that order. That supplier also knows that now you have multiple suppliers, and so the cost for procuring of that material will not be optimum whenever you have multiple sources of purchasing. And so your efficiency will be affected now whenever you are having multiple suppliers, but it will be strongly affecting on increasing the responsiveness of your supply chains now whenever you have multiple suppliers. And so this is required. So this is the case study of Cisco, where you have seen that now they have outsourced almost all the manufacturing. Um, yeah, in fact, now they have multiple products. Now the Cisco, you know that now they have products in networking and all this. So they have all gone for the buy decision. So all the products now they were not manufacturing anything, just like as in case of Godrej we have seen. Godrej also most of the furnitures they don't manufacture, they just get it buy it from outside. They just do the finishing or locking and all these things, and then they sell with the name of Godrej. So Cisco has sourced now the almost all its manufacturing. It it does. However, now they have sourcing strategy that varies now by product type. So they have different sourcing strategy. You can do that. It is not necessary that now the in for all products on the you will go for the single strategy or multiple source supply sources. Now, as we have studied now the some methodology like ABC analysis, where we have categorized the atoms into A atom, B atom, and C atom. So we have seen that now the C atoms are not much
45
important
रुको
atoms.
शायद.
So we can purchase them in lot like nuts, bolts, oils, greases, or some usual items now which are required. Maybe some small castings. So it can be purchased in multiple quantities. So in that case, your inventory management also will not be required, and in that case, you need not go for multiple suppliers. You can go for the huge purchases, and you can reduce your costs, or you can even store the materials, which will not be affecting on the much cost of maintaining the inventories. And so in that case, you can go for the single supplier. So this Cisco has done that. So So for low-end products, now the such as now the routers, now the for home networks, Cisco aims for the efficiency. So you can have efficiency and responsiveness, not throughout, but for different products, now you can have different policy. Like low cost now the products now the as we have seen in case of apparel industry also. You can divide the your business segment. You can divide the customer segments, and you can either go for uh, responsiveness maybe for some products, and you can go for the efficiency for remaining products. So that also can be done. This is mostly done in the automobile industry. Now they have different segments of the cars. So for the cars, only suppose on the cost 10 lakhs and above, they will say that now the responsiveness is important. If you go below that, then efficiency is important, and then they can have different sourcing policy. We are discussing with this in relation to to the sourcing policy. So they can have a different sourcing, or even they will be having different suppliers only for different products. So if suppose only if you are going to the hotel industry, and if they are using the some raw material, maybe some grains or some vegetables, then they will be having different suppliers only for that. For the efficient products, now they will be having low cost suppliers. For responsive products, now they can go for high end suppliers, and so that mixed policy also can be used. Now these routers now they are produced and sorry, okay. Now for low end products now such as now the routers for home workers, Cisco aims for efficiency, and these routers are produced and packed in China and shipped in bulk for the sale in the United States. So this is for the in order to increase the efficiency. Cisco aims for the lowest now the cost manufacturing locations and economies of scale in transportation, because the targeted now the market segment values low cost. See, in this case, you can purchase in bulk. You can use longer transportation modes which will be cheaper. So ये जो home network के लिए जो routers लगने वाले, you can ship them, transport them through using ships, so that now your the cost will be again less, and you can go for increasing the efficiency. Cisco aims for the lowest cost that we have seen. Sorry. Now for high-end products, now in contrast, Cisco outsources now the contract manufacturing in the United States. These manufacturers are not cheap now, but they are responsiveness as far as now the customer requirement is considered. Okay. Okay. Their responsiveness and can serve the rapidly evolving needs of the high-end customers. So see now, as far as the high-end products are concerned, the responsiveness now is important, and then in that case now you can have different sourcing policies, you can have different transportation policies, and you can also have different storage policies. Now, if you go to the industry, then you will see that now there are different locations even for storing the materials. Even they have different warehouses now which can be used for either general products or high end products, and so these policies now they will help us for that. Okay, I thought maybe I'll be finishing this. Okay. Now these are the components now the of sourcing now the decisions now the in-house or outsources now the, as we have seen that now this is make or buy decision, which depends upon the requirement of the efficiency and responsiveness. Now can you tell me what will happen now the if you are now the looking for the buying components now the will it help your efficiency, or will it help for responsiveness if you go for buy decisions? Hmm? Will it increase responsiveness? How? Sorry? But you can also manufacture, no? If you are manufacturing in-house. Hmm? Now I'm asking now if you are going for buy decision, will it help for increasing your efficiency or increasing your responsiveness? Huh? No, it will be helping to increase responsiveness, efficiency. Yes. See, Actually, the buy decisions are taken only to reduce your cost. If you take the example of Godrej, Godrej can they not manufacture? Yes, they can manufacture, but the cost of manufacturing by Godrej itself is very huge. They use all standards, and their all operators now they are highly paid. Then they have all sophisticated machines, but they are using now these resources wherever required. अभी जहाँ पे जरूरत नहीं है, why they will be using their sources. मतलब instead of them manufacturing at Ghatkopar, which is again costly place, they will find out some vendor maybe which can manufacture at Badlapur. So obviously their manufacturing cost will be there. They will be using now the less customers, and then again now the as per their requirements now they will be purchasing, and so this will help for increasing your efficiencies whenever you are going for buy decisions. So you can decide now the what is required, but if you go for the buy decisions, then it will adversely affect on the responsiveness, because you will be purchasing in lots, then he will be finding the transportation modes, he will be finding for the full load truck capacity, then he will be giving the deliveries. Again, you will not be sure that now the whether the quality which you are giving, obviously there will be some difference between the quality produced by Godrej and manufactured from outside. That is why they are not giving the finishing component now for outside customers. And if they think that now they can do that, even that can also be outsourced. Then the another components now which affect is supplier selection, whether multiple or mergers or whatever. Then what is the procurement now the process, now this will affect on the sourcing decision. These are the metrics now, the like these now the payable outstandings, like measures the number of days between when a supplier performed a supply chain task and when now the it was paid. No, this is again another advantage now the of doing the buy decision. You need not pay on the spot. So many times now they have credits for 6 months credits, 8 months credits. Nowadays, it is again as there is more number of suppliers, now you can go for again more negotiations. So you can have that credit now with you. Then average purchase now the price now the measures. So that is again one other advantage now you should be getting. A range of now the purchase now the prices now the which you can measure the sourcing metrics. Then average purchase now the quantity, then fraction on time deliveries, then supply qualities and supply lead times. Now this can be the metrics now the which can be used for seeing that how efficient your sourcing policies are, whether you are getting real benefits now by any means of this. That will be helpful for seeing the sourcing metrics. Yes, any doubts? No, buying is a process. Subcontracting is also a buying process. See, we are discussing these two are different terminologies. Buying is related to buy or make or buy decision. If you make or buy, बोलते हैं that is a buy is you will be buying from outside. Subcontracting is the same. This is the process which will be used for buying the products from outside. Buying does not mean that you will be buying finishing products. You can subtract. ये जो गोदरेज का हम एग्जांपल दे रहे that is what that is buying process or that is subcontracting. But this subcontracting, this again vast terminology. It can be for the labor suppliers. It can be for whatever things. But buying is only for the part of manufacturing processes, which is make or buy. You can get 100% manufactured from outside, or you can get partial manufactured from outside. Many times it is said that now suppose now you are assembling different parts now in case of automobile sectors, as we have seen that now these 60 to 70,000 components are there in many of the cars. You can manufacture finished products from outside, so that is also buying decision. Like in case of automobile tires and these are finished products which they directly get and they just fix into your car. But there are multiple products on which they get it half process, like engines. All manufacturing is not done in the industry. बहुत सारा काम करके फाइनल फिनिशिंग they are doing. So this is what is to decide by the companies that maybe what is economical, which will be not affecting on the responsiveness of the supply chains. Yes, is that clear? Today is 15th, right? Karthik,
Present, sir.
am I audible online?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
ये लोग तो कोई response नहीं. Karthik, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Srikanth,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
am I audible?
So I guess they are not audible to you.
Yes, sir.
Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Acha, is it that I'm not able to listen? Who is that? Munish, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, let me start again. Karthik?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are there. So sorry, I was not able to hear you. Srikanth?
Yes, sir.
Aditya?
Yes, sir.
This is Rakesh?
Present, sir.
Sarthak?
Yes, sir.
Gurpreet?
Yes, sir.
Abhishek?
Yes, sir.
Vedant? Amar?
Yes, sir.
Mohammad Ansari?
Yes, sir.
Nikhil?
Yes, sir.
Arshal?
Yes, sir.
Chandra? Chandra? Acha, you are there. Why your name is Sudesh? ऐसे क्यों दिख रहा है लेकिन मुझे? Huh? No, it is there, but I don't know why it is changed. But every day I am calling your right name, no? Okay. I think it has made some changes in my settings. Okay, where are you? Again, where are you again? Okay. Okay, so this is there. No, Harshal is not there, no?
Sir, I'm here.
Okay, okay, sorry, yes. Devi Singh,
Yes, sir.
Mrityunjay,
Yes, sir.
Ravi,
Yes, sir.
Kapul,
Yes, sir.
Sagar,
Yes, sir.
Venkatesh, Suraj, Ritik,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Jayant,
Yes, sir.
Shubham,
Yes, sir.
Arnav, you are there. I think हमने इसके पहले कुछ क्लास किए हैं क्या? You are not associated, no? Okay. Atharva, who? You. आप फोटो में अलग ही लग रहे हैं क्या? फोटो में अलग लग रहे हैं क्या? Okay, I have seen your photos. Okay. Then Shreyas,
Present, sir.
Shlok,
Present, sir.
Jay,
Yes, sir.
Monil. Okay. Just with me. हर्ष,
Yes, sir.
Harish,
Yes, sir.
Tanmay, Rahul,
Present, sir, Tanmay.
Tanya,
Present, sir.
Rahil,
Yes, sir. Present.
Ayush,
Present, sir.
Kaustubh,
Present, sir.
Arbaz, Rajiv,
Present, sir.
Ravi,
Present, sir.
Ritvik, Sagar, Ishant,
Present, sir.
Sanat,
Present, sir.
Ravi,
Sir, Rahul is present. His typed in the chat. His
Sarvesh,
mic is not working.
Sarvesh,
Present, sir.
Marwa,
Present, sir.
Ufran,
Present, sir.
Aniket,
Present, sir.
Bhushan,
Present, sir.
Tejas,
Yes, sir.
Abhishek,